Hello, welcome my fiction readers. This is iDark Symphony 777 with a different sort of video. This is actually going to be told in two parts. It's going to be in one video, and the first part is going to be kind of a response to a comment I got from my Space Dandy reading by Chrome Regis. It was by Chrome herself, and I felt when I replied to that first comment, I felt I wasn't giving enough details. I wasn't giving her the whole story, so I honestly felt that I should make a video kind of discussing the entirety of what happened. So the video, first off, the quality of the video. I didn't realize the audio and visual desynced until I got the comment from Chrome Regis. It's basically telling me, said, did the video cut off like that at this time? And I didn't even notice because I checked the video before uploading, and it was fine. It was synced, and then something happened on the upload, and now for some reason, what is this called? What is this called? Power Director. There we go. Power Director somehow desynced the audio, so I spent part of today fixing that. I managed to finally fix that, hopefully. So there's that. Second off, the comment was at such and such the video kind of felt like it cut off. There is a very valid reason, and that's told in two parts. First off, at the point in time, that was my third try overall of that day, fourth overall doing that recording, doing that specific story, and at the end it was. And, a couple days ago I did the first recording, but it was over an hour long. And I felt that was way too long for what I was trying to do. Yeah, I did go into it in a little more detail over at the end, but I didn't like the fact it was over an hour. I did the same thing with Parrots and Schemes, which is a wrestling fanfic. I did the same thing. First recording was over an hour, and then and then after that, I just cut it. I tried to cut it down to and I got it down to about 40 minutes. And it was as long as this. It was actually, it was about 100 words shorter than this. I think it was like 9,700 words. But that's beside the point. Yesterday, I did 3 tries, which took around 2 hours nonstop of me talking. And if you actually noticed in the video, I kept drinking, and that's because I was actually running my throat hoarse trying to finish this story because I wanted to talk about this story. And I felt I guess I kind of upset I'm not sure if I upset her or not, but I felt that this video I should at least talk a little more detail of that fanfiction. So consider this a sort of extended or a part 2 of that reading. And the other thing was, if you haven't been watching my videos, you should notice that every time when I do a video, something always seems to happen with my family, either by yelling or my little brother constantly butting in, making noises and bothering me, and I'm always getting distracted. I have to do all these videos. I have to do each review or reading in one take. I gotta do it all in one take, and so it gets kind of annoying. And at the end of that video, around the 43 minute mark, my mom was actually picking up a couple of her friends' children and was bringing them inside, and I had to cut it off right there. I was actually more than willing to go into a little more detail over the video, but with them coming in, it's only a matter of time before they distracted, and I inadvertently dragged the video on too long. This is one of the reasons why I want to move out of my mom's house, because it's very hard to do these videos in one take if I'm constantly being bothered, and all this noise is really distracting me, because I get distracted like that. Unless I'm by myself, there's no distracting noise around, and I can read. It's like stuff like that. And I've read a lot of fan fiction. I've read a lot of fan fiction. I read like over 1,000. Yeah, around 50. I'm getting close to. I'm getting actually close around 2,000 fan fictions I read. That's a lot. That is a lot. So, that's basically my explanation. I mean, I wanted to go into details. I did, but, you know, with my mom's friends' kids there coming in, I had to cut it short. I just really did have to cut it short. If you notice in the video, I put on my finger like this. That was me telling them, said, it's like, let me finish. And they seemed to understand it, but I didn't want to take chances. So again, consider this a part 2 of the Space Dandy reading. So, what did I think of Space Dandy by Chrome Regios? I actually really enjoyed it. I liked the story. Again, this is coming from someone who's never heard of Space Dandy. I heard of it, but I never really was able to know anything about the show. All I know, it was an anime that was on Toonami at night, and it was about, I don't know. I saw all of half an episode, and it was the episode where Dandy went after the perfect bowl of ramen. So it's like, I don't even know what the anime is about. I don't know how they act. I don't know what they're like, because I didn't watch from the beginning. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know boobies. It was like, what the hell's boobies? And then I found out that it's like a little bar where women in skimpy outfits like serve. It's basically like intergalactic Hooters. If you wanted like a comparison. And I liked the story. I thought, tell the story it was trying to be told. Just Dandy getting stuck on a question for all of like an hour, getting chased by Maud was hilarious. Getting his dong turned to stone by a cockatrice was hilarious. It's not in the original cut, because in the original video, the first recording I did for Space Dandy, I laughed so hard I nearly fell off the chair. That was hilarious. And the picture of Dandy just going, oh, just made that joke a million times better. And that was just that if I had to pick a part, was my favorite part, that joke right there. That joke was hilarious. And then and everything was nothing really. It wasn't a really standout story, but it told the story it wanted to. And the story was Dandy is bored out of his mind, wanting to find some aliens. Ends up in a Equestria accidentally. And gets his dong turned to stone. Gets chased by Maud because it's Maud. I mean, if I remember right, Maud's whole thing is she's obsessed with rocks. I mean, to the point she does a lot of rock puns, I believe. I don't know if she does. I'm not too familiar with Maud. I haven't seen My Little Pony after season 5. I saw the first 2 episodes of season 5, and that was it. And I decided to focus on focusing more on exclusively getting a job, exclusively trying to get out of this crazy house. Not going into details. And everything. And it was like, I really like the story. There is a couple grammar errors, but I mean, you can find them in yourself. I mean, I would have to read the story again, and I really don't want to do that because my throat really hurt. I drank like 2 after the video that went out. I drank like 2 bottles of water one right after another, and that was including the bottle of Hawaiian Punch I was drinking throughout the video. That my throat hurt that much. And if I had to give it a scale of 1 to 5, I would actually give it a 4.5. It's not the greatest story, because there are stories that, there are stories that people are not going to like. No matter what you try. No matter what you try, you're not going to appeal to every single person. And that's why I'm like this really broad. Okay, you like this story? Well, I don't. Let me at least tell you the reasons why. And it's part of the part and parcel to examine each bit and say I don't like this, but someone might come and say I like this. You know, it's a give and take, and us and people as authors have to learn. You know, they take it. Sorry, I'm going on this weird tangent, but roll with me. And I don't think, and when it came to Space Dandy, it's like it's a serviceable story. I can't lower the points and lower its score simply because I don't like it. I like the joke, but I think I don't like it simply because I'm not familiar with the source material. I don't know anything about who Meow is, who QT is, who's Dr. Gel or Bea. I don't know anything about that. I got a weird mention in my head because that part of the story said his ship, the Gogol Empire ship, looks like a gagged head of Statue of Liberty, which, frightened me a little bit. But I cannot deny. I personally don't like the story, and this is just me personally. But I cannot deny the story is good. I just simply don't like it. And this is like iTran by CTV Open. I think I talked about this in a different video. I'll say it again. I told CTV Open that for whatever reason, because iTran is a My Little Pony Myst crossover, and I've been wanting to play Myst for years. Especially now that the Myst 25th anniversary, I think is green. I don't know if it's greenlit, but it was on Patreon, and I was like, if I had money, I would actually want to pledge that so I can get the game, because I would want to pledge that. But for some ungodly reason, I couldn't get into the story. It's like, it's a good idea, there's good characters, the grammar is good, but for whatever reason, I just couldn't get into the story. I honestly don't know why, and I messaged him that, it's like, I like the story, I like the, but for some reason, I just can't get into it. And he replied, simply was like, not everyone will be into every story, and that's what makes any type of job, any type of critiquing job is hard, because sometimes you're gonna have to leave that biasness outdoors, saying, "Oh, I don't personally like the story, but will other people like it?" That's like if you're a movie critic, like, and you're not a fan of horror movies, and you have to review a horror movie, then you may not like it. As a job of a critic, you have to deal with it. And go under the assumptions of what will other people think of it, which is why I don't like a lot of modern day critics now, because one, they put their bias in everything, and two, they try and put politics in everything. It's a critiquing job. If you want to critique politics, go be a politic yourself. Go be a politic. Another example was another My Little Pony story written by Rated Pony Star. It was the fan fiction where Diamond Tiara was run over by a character. I can't remember the name of the story. And the story revolves around each of the Cutie Mark Crusaders and how they're dealing with the grieving process. And I sent a message to Rated Poster. I can't finish the story yet, because it was so good. And it was good. I loved the story. I loved the idea of going through of how to deal, the multiple ways of dealing with grief. It's just, it was too emotional, and I couldn't stop crying. That I literally had to stop reading because I was crying so much. It was hard to focus on the story. So I told him that. So I told him, I can't continue the story. It's like, oh, it's okay. Not everyone's got the site. It's not so much, and I even replied to him back, said, it's not so much I don't like the story, it's still the fact I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't stop crying over the story because it was so emotional, and you could feel the emotions rolling off the words. And this is what I love about critiquing. That's why I want to do critiquing, because I have to muster up the strength. I have to bear it. I mean, I don't hate Space Dandy, but I don't like it either. But I can see why people who are, especially people who are fans of Space Dandy, would like it, because it's for a Space Dandy fan. If anyone's a fan of Space Dandy, it's fine. It's fine. You can like it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's a serviceable story, so I can't. So when it came to this story in particular, it's like, it was a battle of, should I let my bias in over the fact I don't know jack about Space Dandy and lower the score, or should I do unbiased and base it on the merits of the story itself, which of course the unbiased won. It's like, I got a niggling there. It's like, make it a 2. You don't like it besides that one joke, and my critique side is like, don't make me hit you with this hammer. I hit you with the hammer. Get it? Okay, good. So that's my follow-up to the Space Dandy story. I like to apologize to Chrome Regis for the video kind of ending the way it did. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I was literally so many factors to that end. I hope I can actually now fix the videos are fixed, the audio and everything's synced up. So hopefully I can get this video up, get this next video up, which is actually going to be another different video.